Well, if it wasn't enough for me to go out yesterday morning, I also went out this morning. I didn't actually interact with anyone. I just dropped Chris off somewhere. He is off to see a mate today. But I feel pretty good about it in an irritable sort of way, but that I think is pretty typical for people who live in Joburg and have just gone through rush hour traffic. Before I get into today, there is one thing I really want to say. I am utterly baffled, but incredibly pleased and incredibly grateful by the reception that I have had from everybody about this. You know, I'm really doing this to try and make myself feel a little bit more brave and courageous, and trying to kind of immerse myself in connecting with people to try and get out and about a little bit more. So please keep the comments and the notes coming. You have no idea how much difference they make to me. Obviously not the ones where you say, hey, you can unfriend me if you want. That one's not so good for me. But the people who've sent me notes and things and comments, yay, thank you. Please keep doing that. And of course, always, please share this if you think there is anybody in your community who you think has, you know, anxiety issues or issues with difficulties going out and might benefit from seeing these. I can pretty much, hey Bindi, I can pretty much guarantee that there is somebody in your network who struggles with mental illness, so share it. Also, as you know, if you share it, more people like my page, and that is how I get self-affirmation. In fact, we're up to 698 people this morning loving the page. So I am beside myself. I'm like a dog with two tails. The second thing I want to say is just a funny story. So I had realized yesterday that Chris had kind of figured out what was going on, but we hadn't really had like a formal conversation, like the conversation with how the anxiety was stopping me going out. And it sort of came to head yesterday, and he was like, oh, please take me down to the hardware store. And I was like, you know, I can't go out now. And I had a bit of a giggle because Shannon set him down. Sorry, the dogs are helping me with today's session, and we have both people coming to fix something in the garden, and my friend Jackie, who takes pity on me once a week and comes and works here. So I'm expecting them, so the dogs will be going crazy. So anyway, so we had the conversation with Chris, you know, about the anxiety as a consequence of Josh's death, and how that was really making it difficult for me to get out the house a lot of the time. And Chris just burst out laughing at the end of it, which was an unexpected reaction. And he says to me, no, the English department and the Afrikaans department at school have really got to start talking, because as he arrived back from school after Josh's death, he was presented with his first English set workbook and his Afrikaans set workbook, both of whom people have dying with cancer, but in particular the Afrikaans one had a kid dying of cancer with a mother who had agoraphobia. So Chris said he's going to go and talk to the Afrikaans department about that. They can't let that happen again. But I thought that was sort of funny in a macabre, weird sort of way. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about the real important issue, and I guess this could be the reason why, when I spoke about my dilemmas in this area, why the psychiatrist said that perhaps I had some obsessive compulsions. And the reason for this is the dilemmas that I have over shower order. Now this, you have to know, is a source of tension in our household, because in showering in our house, Shannon is a strictly top to bottom man. He starts with his hair, goes to his face and his beard, washes his body, ends with his feet, end of story, he's out. And whilst I have never really understood why women spend a lot of time in the shower, because I can be in and out of the shower in like 2 minutes flat, I've really never understood why women do that. I have like quite a specific order, but a huge dilemma because of the blonde hair. So I have done a diagram for today. Here is my diagram. You will see that part of, there we go, get it right. Part of having an anxiety disorder is having, hello Eva, is having amazing art skills at the beginning. The first place where we always have to start, I've got to get this right because it's a mirror image. Oh, there we go, is with the belly button. Now, if you live in a cold climate or you have a washboard stomach, this is not going to be of any concern to you. You're thinking, Penny, why do you start with your belly button? But if you live in a hot country like ours, especially when we've just had a couple of heat waves, and you carry a couple of extra kilos and you don't have an outie belly button, then this is the place where you can get really nasty fungal infections. So you've got to clean that first, and then you move directly down to your toes. And now this is another point of contention between Shannon and I, because for me, your belly button and your toes must be washed with soap. Because the third thing that you're going to do after you've done that is, you see, because now you've got fungus on your hands, right? You've got all this grossness on your hands from potential mold in your belly button and mold between your toes. We will talk about the mold between my toes in another session, I promise. Then you have to go back to your hands and give them a wash. Now, that is partly because of the grossness that is on your hands, but it's also partly because, like in, I don't know, 1986 or something, when I was a teenager, I remember being told you must always wash your hands before you wash your face, so that you don't put any disgustingness on your face. I don't actually think that is actually true when you think about it, but for me, it's hands and then face, right? So far, no problem, but you can see how this is already freaking Shannon out, okay? He's like, everything is in the wrong order. You are defying gravity here, Penny. Like, what is wrong with you? Okay. But then we get into the sort of flow with Shannon, because then we go up to the top and we do the hair, and this is where we hit the problem. It used to be really simple because it was shampoo, conditioner, rinse the conditioner, and on with the body. But now, of course, I have this white hair, which requires me to have a shampoo that's got like gentian violet in it. By the way, a tip for anyone who has white hair: buy the purple shampoo. Don't be a schnoop like I was and try and mix in like 5 drops of gentian violet into your shampoo. You'll end up like with a purple rinse like your granny in the 80s used to have. And then it cost me a fortune to go and have that bleached back out. And also, of course, you know, I couldn't really look my hairdresser in the eye for a while because he, after I had said no to the expensive purple shampoo he was trying to give me. Okay, so then we're on to 5, and the purple shampoo wants to be left in your hair for 3 minutes. This is where the big dilemma comes in, because what do you do for 3 minutes whilst your hair is like, I'm not a, you know, whilst you have this shit in your hair. Now, I'm not a singer, and we live in a country where we don't have enough water, so what am I going to do? Well, here's the thing for me, is what I could do is I could wash my body at this point in time. But there's a problem here, see? Because if I wash my body at this time and then I rinse my hair, then all the dirt from my hair is going to go on my body, and then I'm going to have to wash my body again. I mean, you are talking to a person whose son used to go and have a pre-bath shower, a bath, and then a shower. I'm trying to get it into focus for you. There you go. Hello, Fiona. So then I have this whole dilemma. Now, it's fine if it's like an armpit or leg shave day, because what I can do at that point is I can stop the shower and then shave my legs and then shave my armpits whilst I'm waiting. But most of the time, I just have this massive dilemma and then massive anxiety about the planet and what I'm doing. But anyway, it only lasts 3 minutes because then I can wash the shampoo out. So I wash the shampoo out, and again we hit another dilemma, because the conditioner also wants to be left in time. Even if you don't have hair that you want to keep white, you have to keep the conditioner in, right? So then they keep the conditioner in for 2 minutes, and we hit the same dilemma, because now it's not going to be dirt. But have you noticed how if you wash your body and then you rinse your hair, okay, your body's really slimy when you get out of the shower, and that's just not going to work for me for the whole day. I mean, I'm somebody who can't even use hand cream because it's too slimy. So the big dilemma is what to do then. The truth is, actually, I only leave the conditioner in for like 5 seconds so that then I can wash my body. So that, guys, anyone got any ideas? I am welcome to hear them. Shannon's idea is top to the bottom. That's just not going to work for me. He doesn't have belly button issues and feet issues like I do. And he certainly didn't watch the same thing that I did about having clean hands before you wash your face in the 80s. Also, he has a whole beard thing going on, which, you know, well, whatever. Well, that is my dilemma. I asked the psychiatrist about this because I thought, you know, he's a psychiatrist. He will know about these things. And that was when he said he didn't think I had obsessive compulsive disorder, but maybe I had obsessive tendencies. And I'm like, sitting there, because Shannon and I go together, right? I'm sitting there, I'm going like, you're saying I have obsessive tendencies, where this is the man who has to have the dishwasher stacked in a particular order and cannot sleep until dishes are done. But apparently he is fine and I am obsessive. Anyway, that's all for today. I will be back tomorrow. Again, guys, just before I go, thank you for watching this. Thank you for the people who leave me comments and send me notes afterwards. You have no idea what a difference it makes. It's a really, really tough time. I don't know why it should happen that so long after Josh's death, I should suddenly have been hit by this massive kind of wall of anxiety. Maybe it's actually just acknowledging it. I don't know. But it's been really hard. And those people who send me notes and comments and their wishes, I can't tell you what a terrific difference it makes. So thank you very much. And share, because how I know the world likes me is by the number of people who like my Facebook page. And I'm really not joking about that. I mean it. Okay, bye.